on their own composition. Moving on into Fracture, Team Liquid defensive start, and that means they've got Kellogg's to deal with. He's already around the corner, but Solkus leaves him there. Well handled, good reveal as well. Nat's gonna look to punish on the way through, but no shots fired. Instead, Team Heretics get the site.
Yeah, they've already managed to turn this into a 4v4 scenario. Is the Tiger actually going to clear? I think.
Yep.
Zeke just basically tagged it. He just completely stuck in the mud. It's such an easy kill for safe, and he's already got his nade back online. So he could try and section this player, or pushes him straight into Yuppie, and then Avova, well, good luck Avova. He's left into a 1v4. Normally is.
Yeah, the early round all just about picking up those orbs. Now it's time to punish, and that they will.
Okay.
Well handled by Zeke. He managed to bypass that utility, get them heaven control, eliminate the Viper wall that they would have had to push through. And even some damage coming in. I said 2 kills already. We're past that point, and it's only the 2 ghosts that are left. They've got to close in the distance now. 6 seconds on the clock. That planter is actually going to get away with it. This has turned out into a fantastic round for Team Heretics. They almost have the weaponry advantage. The shields, they certainly don't. That flash didn't catch him. He might have snuck in. They certainly don't know he's here. They'll clear it, but it gave him a chance. Still, in the end, 2-0. Right here and now, and they've just spotted a player above, barely making it out alive.
Eventually, they're going to get the kill. The reaggress has achieved absolutely nothing. A good stack up of players, solid utility to take as well. Like having the Nano Swarm to clear out the top site. I believe they also had an Aftershock go through to clear out bottom. It's a nice execution from Heretics, and now they're just cleaning things up. Last man standing is Solkas. Financially, not the greatest position for his team to be in, so he may just opt to hold on to the gun.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised here. In fact, I would be surprised if I see him diving in towards the site. Good damage was done. I think at this point, though, we are starting to look towards like the fact that Team Heretics have 5 guys online. Where can you go as Solkas? Like where you're going to reliably get exits, and there's so many avenues they can take it down through. Just better for him to hold on to this, have that little bit of extra cash injection coming into the next round, and maybe even they'll go for an operator early on a map like this. Though it ain't too common, and especially when Heretics are going to have tools at their disposal, like your Rolling Thunder. Straight away, Mixwell having this coming into round number 4 could cause a lot of damage and a lot of headaches for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I almost want to see how Liquid are now going to adapt. Like, how are they going to play going
if they don't decide to entry on the Rolling Thunder? But I think that's why Team Liquid are so passive. Their adaptation
and the judge.
Exactly, the judge, right? But playing up in heaven the way that they are so far back, Redgar might have this opportunity now as they close in. Because they, oh, the boom bot, that's a problem. They might not think he's here. That's the thing. And now he's fired off early. He pre-fired it. Unfortunate stuff. It could have worked out for plenty of dividends. But instead, they're limited information. It might be the time. And indeed, you can see Mixwell. He's got it primed and ready. Rolling Thunder's caught Redgar. Good look to you, sir. That smoke. Oh, he's managed to evade. Caught by Mixwell. But the rocket, it was smart play. You love to see it. Where's the spike? Is it going to get planted anytime soon?
That's the thing, though. There's still quite a lot of investment. I'm surprised they use a Rolling Thunder and a Showstopper in a round versus Eco. Like, you're basically spending up a couple of ults. Yeah, sure, it guarantees you the round. Maybe it gives you that extra boost in finances, but they're in a pretty good position anyway, so...
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind it just because... Well, maybe not the double invest, but the single invest definitely, just because I don't want 5 ults online, right?
It's more both. Like, using the Showstopper as well, that's what surprised me. But, hey, they're keeping this round nice and clean, going to get themselves off to a strong start. Not really seeing too much just yet as well. And because they're being so direct, a lot of the time, Liquid are quite good at sort of
flankers. The timing here should be sublime as they make their way around that corner. And it's the spike that's sitting on this side. For these players safe, Nats, Redgar, they have got all the info they need, and that's the push stop. They've used their lockdown and got nothing for their trouble. Sure, a kill onto Yumpy, but they've got to fight back into main, back into the spike. Well, safe just ran through, so never mind.
A 2v2 scenario, though. An opportunity here, especially with the spike down. It's going to be a little bit tougher for Heretics to try and get back into position. Paranoia, even just to delay them that little bit more. Let's see if they can clear the corner. Smoke might give a little bit of extra space, but Redgar's found the kill again.
And again.
Quite a few ults as well, facing off against that Heretic side. It's a very good ramp, but they're doing it again. They're actually just going, pushing all the way through A main, looking for where these players are coming from, and an instant ult as well, but a tasty shot from Avova.
Well handled. The team is blitzing into A though. The space taken from Heretics, and they're going to compete for Sands as well, much to their detriment. That's another player lost before the spike goes down, and it looks like they want to retake that control, with Zeke coming around the corner ahead of the flash. But the dink was not enough, 10 HP still, and he'll hold on to Sands. They've got so much control now.
A few low HP players, but the spike planted. Zeke, oh, he's actually going to get the kill before the flash. Doesn't get anything more, but he was the man who was tagged, leaving it into a 2v2. Make that just 1v1. Yumpy trying to find out where that last man is, but Boo is just playing the time. He's been spotted, and he even...
Late play, though, in through main. That's it for Safe, and he's caught them. Okay, one found. Rolling Thunder used. They're committing it all the way. The nade tries to keep them back. There's just nothing to be done. Well, that's something to be done all right. Good shot from Nats. They're going to go back in here, try to retake the space, try to retake the weapons. But Solkas now is in trouble. Good return from him.
David still weaponry disadvantage. Redguard, he's actually just going to start this defusal, and Nats is just blocking. There's nothing he can do to actually deny this. The spam will achieve up. They are just slowly walking in.
Oh, that certainly wasn't expected from Redguard. Showstopper, it's looking the right way. Good night, and sweet dreams to Safe. What a fantastic early round from Team Heretics, and well, letting it slip seems unlikely. They're running back into the A site, though, and it's Nats who's managed to sneak his way back around to Sands. He caught one a moment ago. They expect him to be around this area, but they've got to cover every single angle, and that leaves them open. The spike now on the floor, the ult popped for info, and Nats is just going to reposition yet again, catching off a 1v1 in main. It's close. The bullet's whizzing past Avova's head, but as Boo falls, he's forced forward. He has to take down Nats. They need this space. There's 20 seconds left, and Nats is firing on all cylinders. Just one man left. He's got the spike, but no chance when he needs.
I agree with what Lothar said about Killjoy, but if this man plays this well, I'm never going to tell him to stop playing this agent.
And look at that. They have players absolutely everywhere. You can't even get out with the blast. Right, they wanted to try to find some extra control elsewhere. Ult's going through Redguard while he's caught. Avova's seen him try to go through B main. At this point, all the angles are starting to close off. Nats in a super late play through spawn. Still hasn't made it past the halfway mark. It's how patient this guy is. And maybe Zeke will start to second guess it if he was up against anyone else. Still Nats wins the fight, but he's in a 1v3. Time is an issue. He's popped his ult. He's running forward. Maybe time's not an issue. He doesn't seem to think so. Honestly, I started to... He's got it. Avova so unlucky to be caught there just as he was peeking back around the corner. Now this blitz on a one-man lighter. One less target for Nats to take down, and look at that, there's a player beside him already. Good push out of Kellogg's. They've dealt with Mix well. That's dropping the spike and delaying the push a little bit, allowing for repositioning, and look at Safe right in through main. He's got his boom butt out. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Going back in for the angle as well. Zeke, I thought he might have caught Yumpy. That bullet was close. It whizzed by his head, but it didn't catch. And for Kellogg's, it's the timing game that he's won.
It's been such a back and forth. A 2v2 where trades have just been based off almost individual battles. Utility still a paranoia online, a smoke to try and isolate Kellogg's and leave Boo in a tough spot. He's had an amazing map so far, but they're gonna need him again. Cross being watched for and pulled out the shorty for Yumpy. Now it's left onto Kellogg's. Let's see what he could do here. Just dashed across, well, completely blind, and in the end, with the shorty. Big play. It was already seen on the other side when Team Liquid made this A main push. Now the reward is there for Heretics. 4v4. Damage done. What's happening?
Avova's extremely low still, and I just want to see what he could possibly get done coming out of heaven with that shorty. Shots from afar should cause a lot of problems for him. There's a right click to take one down. Avova, just a sliver of health was not enough to hold on. The impact of it, that could be there a little bit later on. Good kill from Zeke. Not a round where I'm going to put a lot of stock in these fights for Team Heretics. They're going in with classics for the most part, and they should just be dealt with very easily. But he's already managed to drop Yumpy, making it a little bit more difficult. Entering in here with more limited flashes, certainly just the paranoia. Now they're going to get a sense of what it's like to play as Team Heretics. But I mean, at the end of the day, less utility, but you're only up against the classics.
Yeah.
Unless it's going to be someone like Kellogg's popping off. They are on the A main flank right now.
They've already been spotted. And there's still a trip that they have to bypass. Maybe he could try and get over it, but he doesn't have enough jump. Somehow Vova's managed to get a kill. There's been a couple of 1v1s that have got a little bit weird. Like that initial classic shot out from Zeke as well. This is already more costly than I expected it to be. They do quite well to isolate Mixwell. That's actually the spike down in the open as well. And now that flank from Kellogg's is finally spotted. And so much damage being done on that cross.
He's up to 12 HP. He's going to be scared to go anywhere at this point, and indeed he should be. There he goes. The nade primed and ready. They don't know where safe is. If anyone was to clutch this, it's certainly that man on the screens.
Seconds. He's got 15 seconds.
He doesn't know where the second player is. He could even be in heaven at this point. Planting this seems, well, I would say impossible, but he's managed to commit it. Gambled it, rolled the dice, the nades on him, and he's gone. That is such a good route of aggression. Running it down through Sands, not to find too much off of that. Progress in mains being limited. Late play from Nats up through Dish, not really that late. But I think the idea here is they hear all the noise on site, the plant coming down, maybe Nats can pick off one of them. He won't. At least they do get the plant for their troubles. Look, they've set themselves up for success here, Tom, but it's very hard to convert it. All right.
That's one down. And in fact, you're going to see Soulcast looking like he might actually go for the gun, but they're trying to just hold on it. Now, the problem is where the spike is planted. Like, that's going to make things a little bit more difficult. In fact, they're just sticking it. They're just holding it down all the way. They're covering off. And actually, Zeke let go for a second, maybe doubting the teammate. That gives them a chance.
Success is found because your opponent's now having to invest that little bit more, having to dive in. And the victory for Team Heretics, it wasn't huge because they're still against a full buy and they had pistols on the other side.
That's the thing, though. That is a man that you want dead. I think, what, 21 kills or something for Nats? Him being gone is definitely going to be a huge bonus for them. Getting ever closer to the Seekers as well onto Yumpy might be something to play with. And even going to try and TP into the site, but I think Redgar may be realizing that that would have been a bit of a gamble.
Was that him canceling it, or was that the shot coming out of Nova?
I'm not sure.
Because he is a Phantom. I thought I heard a Phantom shot. Either way, certainly a good thing he didn't commit it all the way. I think he would have been in a whole lot of hot water. The A site now abandoned as Team Liquid will look to bring it all the way around to B. They've got 4 players. Some of their utility was burned up earlier. In particular, they've loved to use their nade up towards heaven. That's not going to happen this time, but no players in position. Zeke watching on the cross. He's got the nade primed and ready on the shot. It's going to land well. It could do damage. It will separate out these players, segmenting their push a little more, maybe making it easier for them to capitalize, but Kellogg's is surrounded.
Yeah, so much damage done. Showstopper being held as well, basically stopping them from pushing out. Look at the time. 15 seconds left, orbital strike. They're all going to be forced out. They basically now have to try and go through without actually holding on to that control. The cross finally being made, but all they have to do is try and deny this plant. It's so aggressive, and he did let go, but he's still managing to stick it. The spam not going to stop Redgar, and they will keep this in a 3v3, but within seconds, it goes down to just 2.
Yeah, Redgar was never making it out of there alive. Not in the game plan. Solkis and Safe, the last 2. Very limited here. Just a blast pack to play with for Safe. That wall that was in play. It's not going to be having any impact. They're already past it. They've lined up for Solkis, though. And with just a sliver of health left, Mixwell, he might not want to go for this anymore. Oh, what a devastating round. If you're in the Team Heretics camp, it looked like they had a moment. A flash in the pan as it transpired to be. A blast pack almost gets him to pull off the spike.
Run away,
grab the kill.
Run away.
Fade out. And that's his 10 HP, but he runs into a Vova, which ain't going to help him all too much. Good night and sweet dreams to him, but Team Liquid are in their spawn, and they're looking to take this one right the way around to A. You push north side, that's fine. We'll take what you leave behind.
That's the thing, Bladestorm for Kellogg's. Lockdown if they somehow get in a position to use it. If they manage to isolate the kill onto Safe, I wouldn't be surprised if they do. He might actually be the first one to take contact. That paranoia has hit so many players. A chance for Safe to just farm. An easy triple kill in a round where they don't have much weaponry, but a needed one. A needed few kills for Safe. Bringing him back to the table, but more so making sure that round didn't get out of control.
I'll tell you what, getting inside their heads as well, even though this might be a low buy round for Team Heretics, now left with just one man standing. Oh, Volda! What? Okay, it's back down to just him and Solkis. This should never have happened. There's no time, surely, and with the utility down, there certainly is. What the hell just happened? I can't even remember what I was going to say before that. Redgar's down to his last credit and safe.
That's a big kill early.
Unlucky. I'll tell you, you pop that, you try to run in through with the showstopper, and you're met before you even round the corner by an op shot. You're going to be pretty pissed. I'll say that, but hey, he's got plenty more rounds to take out his anger on them. For now, 3 in between them. Team Heretics have the advantage. They even shot that, and I don't think they saw Zeke now. They're not going A main, so it won't matter, but that could have been massive.
Yeah, I wonder if they're almost playing retake as well on this side of the map. They've got the lockdown available, which is going to basically trap them in if it ends up on that B site. A lot of utility to try and delay. Well, a turret traded out for Redgar's life. He actually had the spike as well, so they're going to have to go and get that one.
Barrel spotted by Boo as well. So he knows for sure that Nats was sneaking his way. Maybe not that it's Nats, but he certainly knows someone was trying to make their way in and around this area. You can see he's being so cautious of it. And this might be one of the few scenarios that we see where Nats is patient.
30 seconds
it doesn't
left.
pay off. At least it shouldn't. Not in the same way. That spray certainly gives away that they're cautious of it, but here's a flash and a push through on the back of it that has not worked out. Good spray. To still leave Team Heretics with the strong advantage of a 5-4v2.
Yeah, I think they just have to save at this point. Like, you got 10 seconds left, get an orb, like, at least farm something up, but ultimately Heretics are starting to climb back into this one. Some shakier rounds from Liquid, and ultimately, towards the end of it, having to take some huge risks, just hoping that the individual brilliance of onto the site is not actually going to tell them too much. And with Safe already desperately low, the nade's going to do so much, the aftershock combo as well. 25 seconds left on the clock, and they are being slaughtered, but a big kill for Yumpy might help them out a bit.
Like they still need to deal with Zeke, and they just can't get him out of that position. Eventually, the kill comes through, but look, 20 HP left on Safe, 5 on Nats. They are so low, and Yumpy, well, he has the heal, but no chance to get that heal off. Hey, he's going to try. Oh, barely reached it, and it looks like he's got them. Yeah, you know, while the rest of the team over on Heretics are clearing out the map control, they're checking all their corners, and now they come up against full HP opponents who are willing to crouch peek them just like that. Kellogg's with an operator, and I don't think he fancies the 1v3. That's going to be 11 for Liquid. And again, reaching the home stretch, this time on their opponent's map pick, and already with a map under their belt. Beginning of the end for Team Heretics if they're not snapping out of it pretty quick.
Yeah, I'll be honest, they recovered very well from that position. Like, Yumpy from above, just being able to find a high-impact kill, and then just clearing out Zeke. Like, Zeke, I'm not even sure how much damage he did in that round. I want to say it was edging towards about 300. And
late round objective will be to push up and destroy that PC utility. There it is! Solkus. But for whatever reason, he didn't go into the angle the first time, but he wasn't so lucky the next one around. Oh, Shrouded Step right down below. That's heard. So presence around this part of the map confirmed. But that's not the kind of part of the map you're going to go back out to fight.
Oh, no, they don't even need to. They're going to use an aftershock to force him all the way back. Small piece of utility used early, but just the control that it's removed from the side of Liquid is actually going to be quite impactful. They are sat back with next to nothing. Starting to wrap back around and walking right into the crosshair of Kellogg's, who's waiting, and it's a dry peek. Almost too easy for Kellogg's in those sort of fights.
Yeah, they're out of here as well. They're realizing just how easy it would be for Kellogg's to pick off the rest of them if they went barreling through main. As we said, not a team that's likely to make the same mistakes we'd seen before, re-peeking, dry-peeking those angles.
Good stun.
Nate is good. Look at that. Redgar dealt with, and you see how confident Zeke was in the utility that went down to re-swing into the angle, to force the fight, and now to have that final 1 versus 1 fight.
And in fact, he's actually going to use his showstopper to try and deter them here.
Oh, he got him!
He got Yumpy. Oh, that's brutal.
He was in the Tiger. He sent it in to try and find him. Instead, he got a rocket right on his head. The advantage, I mean, quite clearly in Team Heretics' hands right now at 23 HP. Redgar's the last man standing. What a devastating round. Again, only the 1 ultimate used from Team Heretics. This is looking good on the way back in, and Zeke even covers.
Play it, man.
Lindsay kill. Good stuff for Safe to start off this push, but nobody else able to reclaim the space when he goes down. Again. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the utility that comes through that stops them from being able to provide the support they want to. Oh, that timing! That was gorgeous! Okay, Aftershock's gonna cause some problems. You are in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, they've actually used the Vital's Pit. Look how weak the buy is, and they're still throwing this in. Side control They know that they haven't crossed because of that over to strike, but I think the steps will definitely be heard now. It's going to give an opportunity for Redguard to plant, but I think he realizes this needs to be for main.
The molly, it's not going to hit him. It's a little too far past, so Redguard, he's alive for now. And yeah, they're buying time. That's what this ult is all about, buying time, running the clock, and allowing Yumpy to make it all the way through. He's still quite far away, though, and they're about to make the push happen. This isn't going to be ideal. If they lose that pit, everything could fall apart. They have to hold on site. Solkas just about clinging to life, and he goes down, but it's into the 1v1. This can still be one. Yumpy, one bullet away. Mixwell was so low. The decay was in. Rolling Thunder is dodged. Otherwise, they're looking to gear up for another push in, and Solkas already dealt with. The fights seem to be going Heretic's way, and they continue like that till Mixwell falls and the plant goes down. Team Liquid now sitting in a 3v3, spike planted, and full site control.
They still have lockdown. They've had it for such a ridiculously long amount of time, but the one man that could put a spanner in the works is going to be Nat. It's only going to be the one, though. Yumpy now isolated to the site, but we've seen him in this position so many a time, and he can just try and almost sit back. It's going to force him into a singular angle. He almost has to try and find something off the back of this, and I don't know what's happened with Kellogg's. He's gone out with a pistol in hand, but somehow...
Showstopper right away, looking to take down one, but it's Mixwell to catch him off. That was not necessary on the repeat.
Yeah, maybe a bit of an overface, an overcook from the side of Safe. This lurk coming through. There's still a player up above. That was the spike, but it's spotted out of over at least. I don't think that was ever going to be stuck, but for a second I was like, it is Redguard, and he's done stuff like that before.
I also, somehow when he was spinning left and right, I just didn't see Killjoy pop up on the screen. I don't know if he just didn't look down that one lane, but it certainly wasn't looking good for a moment. Deep flash, main cleared. They got to pick up the pace here. You know, after that flash popping already and now some steps, you're going to are they going back again? Where are they going? Waiting for the information to make a decision. They've seen a 2-2 split, so not really a correct way to go. That flash was good. Great work from Mixwell. This has been a stellar round from him, and what better time to show up like this.
Ooh, does Boo overpeak this? I don't know if they'll necessarily expect Yumpy to be playing. An operator swings out, and actually they stop watching. He's been able to get away with one for free. The TP cross is going to be a nasty surprise. Again, Redguard just pulling out those TikTok plays into a 3v2 scenario. Yumpy playing so aggressive, and there's no
test on the other side of the map, but look where the spike is. Where's it going? On the floor. That's where. Good kill from Yumpy, ×2. Well held, and Team Heretics have to fight back now with a massive disadvantage. The back foot, most certainly what they're on, with the spike dropped in the open, and the final two players nowhere near entering into this site. This is going to be tough.
Clearing out even just Soulcast is going to be difficult. Having to wait for that poison orb, but you know that he's likely just around this corner. It's being cleared. A lot of damage done on Taboo, and he'll eventually get it through. It doesn't take any damage. And there's still plenty of time to play with. That's the one thing that Heretics actually do have on their side, is they don't have to rush.
Yeah, 40 seconds. As we said, the spike's down in the open, but it's retrievable. One smoke. That's all they had, and now they've burned it up. The wide angle left open towards the spawn. Devova's just going to creep his way up and creep his way back. Spike now retrieved, dodging the bullets as he goes, but whether that was blind or not, Boo's been taken down, and Devova has to do it all alone. The nade is still online, and that's going to cause no problems whatsoever. A whiffed nade, a mistake that hopefully won't come back to cost them. Team Liquid, yeah, they close it out anyways. 13. He has to swing now, and there it is. Wide into Solkas.
He peeks past the cam. They even know he's there at that point, and even still Soulcast is going to take a bullet to the head. He definitely seems like the cursed child in this one, but hey, that's a huge kill for Heretics early.
No, it most definitely is. Taking out the Viper as well. So much more utility just left them. There goes your second controller as well. Redguard now on the floor. He'd used his paranoia, but he won't be able to get any more smokes up late into the round. They're starting to fade as well, so holes developing in this push. And well, they need to find some leg to stand on the way back through. That just hasn't been offered up, with Mixwell doubling down on his sight hold. And with two players still close by, this seems to be an impossible scenario for the utility-less Safe. First one, certainly safe with him.
30 seconds left.
1v5, still to be had.
Yeah, they're just not going to give him anything. Like, he's even expecting people to be in the smoke at this point, but everybody just basically playing passive, watching for where he will be in a good round, already waiting, holding on to Dish. This is very, very one-dimensional, but Safe goes running through, just gets caught out straight away. Again, it comes down to this man on the site. How many can he take? How much can he hold? Maybe not. Redgar's found a double, and now Nat springs to life. Even just keeping that man advantage going, and the spike still needs to get into position. Get that plant down, but both players are on the site.
Snakebite already fired out. Boo knows that he's got opponents coming from drop. He's good on the fight to start with the damage, but he's not able to convert a kill. Nobody is. The spike, look, players coming around up close, and he pulls out a smoke at just the wrong time. That's a disaster. The spike's down up top. It's gonna go retrieve it, and they have no chance of getting in.
They're the full force now rotating. Mixol expecting aggression, just waits for them to walk into his arms. This round is just screwed. They have to try and reclaim tower with next to nothing, and all the meantime trying to work out where everybody else is. They've only spotted those two players, but that's been enough. They know where Boo is, but Nats can't save them this time. To the map, Kellogg's opting to take the space, but again, it just looks so easy for Nats. Don't go near this man's site. Just decimates them on the entry. He's called upon so many times in this series. And while Zeke of Over, how do they turn this? How could they possibly turn this?
You got three guys on top of you. They've got the spike. The spike's on the high ground as well. You're gonna have to jump to get that. Or at least wrap around, look at it, and pressure F. F is exactly it. All in the. He's just continuing to go. This angle's where he killed a showstopper before, and this time it was the, maybe that is the showstopper taken down of Nats.
That's the thing, it's either been Nats or Soulcast every time. I don't know how he manages to pick the side where they almost have that sort of double lurk setup, but he does it every time. It's just infuriating. And they were about to sort of almost set and execute. There was a timing there where Mixor is caught crossing to site to try and defend for the rest of his players. Now though, he doesn't need to so much. Avova left as that solo man up in tower. The cross has been helped many a time. We've seen this setup in a multitude of rounds. The problem is, it's been really difficult for Liquid to deal with.
Well, that same Nano causing problems, but he's up and in again! Again! The spike is left up in heaven. Avova's holding on to it with next to no problem. The man's got a shorty in his back pocket to double down. If at first you don't succeed, just try the same thing again. What could go wrong?
10 seconds.
With 10 seconds left, I think they're finding out what could go wrong. That snakebite is even keeping them out of getting back through. That's right.
Yeah, I think episode 7 of who's going to win an attack round.
We're all the winners here, Tom. Oh my! Was that through the smoke? It must have been. Yeah, it was. Safe just firing away. That's a great kill. Look, Kellogg's down. There's a shorty up in heaven. I love that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. Spike down already on the site. Mixwell's at least going to be able to find one. Avova's caught another, but again, these trades are coming thick and fast. This battle with Mixwell might just be everything. The smoke fading could cause him a problem, but he's wary of that flank coming through.
He's going to get orb, play lockdown. It's the only way back in here when you've got that spike down the site like that. They've given up so much space.
Look at the push. Look at the push from Yumpy. It seems like he's already expecting it. He's waiting for it. Flash there. Stun. I think that's actually caught his teammate in the swing in. There's a double player there. They're just going to pincer on. Takes so much damage. They're now just trying to delay. Zeke surely gets spammed here. Surely. This is a position that they know he was around this angle. Maybe expecting him to go back to site. It's going to get cleared. That's a huge kill from Yumpy. Might just be the beginning of the end. Mixwell left. Under pressure again. Has a little bit of support. TP already into the site. They know the Redgar's there. He definitely can't plant. He's going to have to try and swing off this, but the orb actually helps him.
He's got a position to plant it too. And Nats is just picked off of Ova. No one's trying to deny that plant instead. They'll look for late round kills, but Nats is on his way through spawn. He'll be here in quite a while. But there's a ton of teammates to deal with as they look to make their push forward. Now they are watching their back. They know they were. He can't watch it all round, and as he turns, this guy comes